all alone here this morning on the farm as far as humans go, but I got plenty of these guys out here hanging out. Got beautiful sunny skies up here in the mountains of Central Oregon, and the goats are definitely very happy babies. So are the dogs, and the chickens just got let free a little bit ago. So I had to throw out some mixed grains for them so that they can go and do their foraging and everything else. They're all out in their full glory. Been having unseasonably warm weather, so it's actually helping the chickens with their health and egg laying and everything else. So they're doing exceptionally well with their feeding. They're doing really good with everything else too. So they've been just doing a bang up job of giving us eggs, and our roosters are doing good, and turkeys, they're fine back there. And these guys have just absolutely been loving the sunbathing, huh, Arabelle? They've been doing really good. These guys, they're soaking up the sun. I came out here as about 25 degrees, and now it's probably up to 40 now that the sun got over the top of the trees. Hi, Peanut. You're just strutting around, strutting your stuff, Mr. Buck. Hi, Wednesday. You always walk up when I have the phone out. I think you think it's treats. So, hopefully we get a few people to join in here that want to watch a little bit of farming, talk a little bit. I gotta still go get the bunnies their fresh water, but they're kind of bouncing in and out. That little black bunny's living under the turkey coop. So we got let's thanks for joining. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. It helps the channel, helps get this out to other people. Check this out. See that little black bunny right behind that tom? And this little black bunny has made himself a home. The turkeys don't care, and he's just cute as a button. He's not one of our farm-raised rabbits. He just showed up. So we got this cute little bunny in with the hen and a tom turkey. Snowy Maine, yeah. You know, we should have about 3 feet of snow on the ground. We have absolutely nothing. We got about 7 inches 2 weeks ago. You can see some remnants in the shade. And we have nothing at all. It's just absolutely dismal. So I'm really hoping that we get a big dump, a big Pacific storm that makes it over the mountains to give us enough. But really, the only things that really have any kind of snow on them are shaded patches of road and the north side of the house where we just don't get a lot of sun. So it's been a pretty dry winter, and we've had a weird temperature inversion, so daytime highs are getting up into the 50s. Overnight lows are in the low teens, like 11, 12, all this other stuff. Let's see, just make sure that we remove that message there. How you doing, CE? Thanks for stopping in, just showing off the snow, everything else. Yeah, we got dogs out here rooting through everything, and goats are really enjoying the sun. Once the sun angle gets a little bit higher, then we get some good stuff going. These guys all huddle into their little sun patch, so that's telling me we got to take some trees out here, get a little bit more open space out here in the barnyard. Although it does provide really good protection from birds of prey. They don't really go after the goats, but the chickens. So it gives them a little extra shielding. I think I'm going to expand out that roof this next summer, and that way they got a fully enclosed covered area. So just having a good time out here and doing all this other stuff and visiting with the goats and checking in on them. So they seem to be doing absolutely wonderful. Oz, what are you doing, buddy? He's over here nibbling on the wheelbarrow handle. He's, oh, buddy, I know. He came up to me this morning and wants scratches. Yeah, see? Oh, I know. It's always the Saturday morning scratch. He loves that. He loves his scratches. Their coats are nice and full for winter, but the overnight temperatures are, pretty cold, but we just don't have the precipitation that we need. Up. Hi, buddy. Yeah. This guy here, they just got their fresh water. Everything's icing up around here overnight, so gotta knock big blocks of ice out of the water buckets, and then it takes a week and a half for it to melt off, kind of like that, or like that there. So we gotta make sure they stay replenished with fresh water and fresh food. They've been doing pretty good keeping warm in the overnight temperatures, but days are getting longer, people. It's a good thing. Spring's right around the corner, so just got to make it through kind of the rest of January, and then we'll start having our 5 p.m. sunsets and getting a little earlier sunrise, so that'll make farm life good. How you doing, Joe? What are you doing, girl? She's been doing really good, actually, in the cold. I mean, she's out here all the time, all night. Come on, Joe. You want to come in? Come on. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. There you go. Go herd your goats. Yeah, she's in here inspecting the goats. Let's see if Sharon decides to show her who's boss. She's more interested. There's some kitchen scraps back there. Dogs eat like pigs. But she's actually doing pretty good. Oh, does he smell good? Oh yeah, you just want to roll in that goat. That's Peanut the buck. He's definitely got a very distinct smell. There's a reason why his beard's yellow and his face is yellow. He's a cute boy, but man, he stinks. I am not touching that goat. He doesn't really care to be touched anyways, but this guy, that's why we have him, because he's a big baby. Yeah. You guys aren't coming in here. You guys will chase everything. You're not livestock dogs. No. Hazel. These guys. Go out and sun yourself. Yeah. Go find the birds, girl. Go find the birds. Where's the birds? Where's birds? Where's the birds, buddy? You guys go out and hunt and watch. Well, watch them. Yeah. That's what I get. I get a bunch of back talk from this one. Hazelnut. You're a silly girl. Yeah, look at you. Amazing. She's 11 years old. She's got the spunk of a pup. These dogs don't shut off until they're close to death, so. Yeah, you even got the turkeys talking over there. Everybody's happy. Sun's out. It's warming up real fast, and after I get done with all these chores, I'm thinking maybe doing a little bit of fishing sounds good to me. So I gotta get out there into the lakes and do some of that stuff. So sounds like everybody's doing great. Those of you that have been a part of the have a great weekend. Let's thanks for joining. It sounds like everybody's having a good day. Everybody's doing good. Those of you that are in the live chat here talking and watching, always appreciate it. Let's see. This HUD, I am from Central Oregon in the United States. That's where I am located. So I live in the foothills of the Cascade Mountains on the east side of the Cascade Mountains. So if you go into Google Earth and you look at Oregon, you'll see a big mountain range that splits, and I don't know what sinister footage is talking about, but anyways, if you look at a Google map of Oregon, you'll see the where it splits, and we're on the east side of those big mountains. So we're kind of in we're in a volcanic caldera here, so it's pretty cool up here. We definitely get winter in the proper sense, except we haven't had much precipitation. So as you see, not a lot of snow. There's a little bit of snow holding out on the north side of the house there, and all that good stuff. And then just the overnight temperatures get real cold here, so it's a pretty cool place to live. We like it. It's quiet. We get left alone. We're able to raise our animals and farm and do all the fun stuff. So we have a pretty good time with all that. So Arabelle, what are you doing, girl? She's just out and about, walking around, doing her thing. So we're expecting to get a load of wood chips here pretty soon. People, a lot of times this time of year, because of industrial fire protection level, they will get a lot of tree work done. That's just to protect from wildfires with open spark tools like chainsaws and wood chippers and stuff. So we're expecting to get a couple loads of wood chips and from a couple arborists, and we're going to go ahead and wood chip this entire area, including the chicken coop, and get some of this erosion under control. We don't have a lot of rain, but the rain that we do get can really cause a lot of havoc. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Sharon girl. She's just out doing all the fun stuff. Hi, Wednesday. So the girls are officially dried up. We're not milking them anymore, and they've been bred once. They'll go through another estrus, and hopefully they'll breed one more time, and we can get set twins and triplets, hopefully quads. We have a lot of people interested in purchasing goats from us this next year. So, Alphonse, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. So, we got a lot of goats that are hopefully expected to be due. Hopefully we get more peppercorns here. He's a pretty friendly guy. Everybody comes over and they have high expectations of our goats here. Oh, Pep, he's a good boy. And, you know, they're looking for pets, companions, lawn mowers. Some people want to get into their own self-sustaining dairy, which is really cool. Some people like them for meat, and, you know, that's just what it is. So we, you know, we'll sell to anybody who's got appropriate property and, you know, really has the right setup to be able to raise these guys. So, oh, Pep, you're a good boy. Yeah. So we usually bring this guy out. People ask, how friendly can a goat be? And then we bring Peppercorn out and Arabelle. And, you know, we show them, if you work with them enough, they can be pretty friendly, be good companions, hold everything down in the yard if you want, or if you have property. Hi, buddy. Yeah, see, a lot of goats would thrash around if you grab their horns. He doesn't. We don't really mess with him too much. But because he's castrated, he doesn't headbutt a whole bunch. That makes a big difference in you know, temperament, personality, smell, all of the above. So he's a pretty good representative. If you want to get something that was more of a pet grade like him, you know, if you work with them, you hold them, you feed them right, and take good care of them, they'll do really good. So she's been busy at work. We got coyote mating season up here in the mountains right now. So I've seen non-domestic dog prints running around our property, but nothing ever comes in. And it's all thanks to her. You'll just hear her go off at 2:30 in the morning, and you'll see some eyes out there. Hi, Joe. Hi, girl. She's a good dog. But yeah, nothing comes around her goats. They're good. They're very, very, very good. So anybody that ever gets livestock, it's always worth getting an LGD. You know, she's a great Pyrenees. You pick whatever one you want. They usually come by it by natural instinct. Don't recommend them for a house or a city. They're not meant for that. They're meant to be outside. She's outside 24/7, even in the coldest weather. She does have a fully insulated Boucher dog house over there that she can climb into if she chooses. But she usually doesn't choose to climb in there because she gets a little bit wild. Yeah, we only keep goats. And the reason for that is that we have to haul in all of our food. So cows can go through 3 to 4 tons of hay, which is, you know, 6,000 to 8,000 pounds of hay in a, you know, very short amount of time. And these guys can subside on 1 ton, even with all the goats that we have, for, you know, 3 to 4 months. That's you know, what we would spend in a cow in a month, we spend maybe in a year and a half on these guys. So we only keep Alpines and Nigerian dwarves on the farm. So Nigerian dwarves, they can eat, they can, you know, if you had pasture clearing or land clearing, they work really well. They're small, they're easy to contain, and they do really good. The Alpines there, like Ozzy and Sharon, the bigger goats, They can eat a little bit more, but they're a very, very, very docile breed of goat. But they've been in existence since, prior BCs. So these guys have been bred from ibexes, big wild goats, and they're really well adapted to the alpine terrain. So hence their name, alpine. So they deal well in high elevation, cold weather. Milk fat percentages are lower on these guys as far as a dairy breed, which is what they were originally bred for. Nubians will always have the highest fat content, and then La Manche and so on and so forth as you go down the list of goat breeds. But the thing that makes these guys special is just their cold weather hardiness and their docile temperament. You can get some that are obnoxious, just like any animal. But when it comes down to like this big boy here, he's extremely docile. He's usually pretty friendly. He's got his spots where he likes to be touched and not. He's got his dreamy spots, and then he's got where he just doesn't want to be messed with. If I set up the wheelbarrow here, he does like to jump in there. Let's see. Come on, Oz. Come on, buddy. Come on, goats. Oh, you're talking. I got him kind of trained, so I trained him to come if I say, come on, goats. A little bit. They'll usually stay pretty close. If I have a jar of treats or peanuts, they come running. They love it. They'll talk. Arabelle, come on, goats. Then the turkeys talk too. Yeah, you can see with the LGD, she does a really good job just kind of doing her thing out here. When she was younger, she ate a couple chickens, which is normal for these guys. It's just part of training them. They got to be trainable and, have all their stuff that they have going on, and, they're pretty good as far as all that stuff goes. We got Arabelle here. Arabelle was one of our first goats. She's got a really cool color to her. This is her first year of being bred. And another real docile Nigerian dwarf. She'll be great on the milking stand. She's small, and that's the other reason why we keep goats is they're smaller than some of the larger livestock counterparts. Even though I love the big goats like these guys here, they don't need as much space. They can range over a large area, but then it becomes harder and harder to manage with fence management and those kinds of things. Open grazing can cause some parasitic issues too, depending on where you're at. So you can get worms, you can get other parasites in them. These guys can get mites just as much. Winona there, the old doe, she just doesn't take nothing off anybody. See if she headbutts Jolene. Jolene can take it though. That's a tough dog. So she usually does pretty good. The alpine goat, she kind of just moseys her way around. She wants chicken feed, that's what she wants. So, like I said, dog eats like a pig. She's such a big dog that, she's got to eat good. But kind of a cool thing about these guys, if you guys never knew, they got this big heavy scruff on them. And she likes that too. Oh, she's a good girl. But she's got this big heavy scruff on her. And that works out well for fighting with predators, because the predator's always going for the neck. And if the predator gets the scruff, it's all skin. It's going to be a bloody mess, but it's not going to get to any vital tissue. And plus, she's kind of a floof. So she's a fluffy dog. She hasn't got you'll see videos of Great Pyrenees where they have this huge heavy mane, but we don't bathe her, and their coats are self-cleaning. So while she stinks because she rolls in compost and manure like any dog would, her coat self-cleans. So she'll get little spots of pine sap on her, and she'll get mud. She'll come in, she'll be completely muddy, and she just turns back to that brilliant white color. Huh, girl? Yeah. She's like a polar bear. That's what she reminds us of. Big polar bear, big giant dog. So if you get goats, you get any livestock, get yourself at least one LGD. Really helps protect and they alert well. They do bark a lot. That's why they're not good in cities either. You get the Karens out there complaining about a dog barking, and then you got animal control. So out here in the country, we don't have to worry about that. So everybody's got dogs. They all do their thing. But she keeps an eye on everything, huh, girl? And she's very friendly. She's very loyal, very stubborn. You're not going to get this dog. It's not difficult. It's it's pretty straightforward living. When you first get into an environment like this, things are different, especially if you come from a more lush or good growing environment. But our humidities are extremely low. So humidity right now is probably around 20 to 25%. Ozzy, you knocked over the wheelbarrow, you silly boy. Humidity's low. You can see that it's very dry. When we get snow, it's powder, so it's not like wet, compacted snow like you'd get in the Great Lakes region or lower elevations. This is more of like a powder that we get, and so it actually works out good. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if she pops her, you'll see it. She knows how to herd them. Herd them up, Joe. You herd up the goats? Good girl. When we let them out to run through the yard. I know you're here, CE. I appreciate it. I'm just, I know you're probably busy working on stuff and doing all that. You usually do your lives driving to the feed store, so I try to pop in on those too when I can, if I'm not at work. But yeah, let's see. Let's see if he gets her. Nope, not gonna get her. It's not too difficult living out here. We're about 30 miles from the nearest larger city. We're about 6 miles out of our smaller town that's kind of in our census area. And it's not like we're completely isolated or cut off. We have friends with farms out east that really they live like 30, 40 miles out of town. And so, when they got to come into town to do like grocery shopping, because while we work on self-sustaining, there's just certain things that we just don't have access to as far as that goes. And yeah, there you go. We just have to plan. That's the biggest thing is planning when you live in a remote area. But we can get into areas here still that we don't have any cell service, which is really nice, actually. You guys, let's see if they start getting the zoomies. Oh, your hackles are up, Sharon. Good girl. Tell her. See the docility of the alpine goats. They're kind of like, well, I don't know. These guys have some major attitude. Winona won't back down. Yeah, there you go. She'll headbutt her square in the head. That dog doesn't even flinch. Yeah, we got bears and mountain lion, wolves. We got all kinds of predators around here. That's why we have her. So she's, she knows where her place is with the stock. Obviously, a lot of dogs would have, just watching what you're watching. A lot of dogs would have taken off and started chasing down the goats and trying to hurt them. But she's just more curious. And she's still learning. She's a pup. So she's a pup and, she's doing kind of her thing here. I don't get after her too much because I still want her to be able to kind of control the herd, especially if they're loose. I want them to associate her with protection. So, but she'll take on anything that would normally hurt livestock. So, Joe, stop. Come here. Good girl. It's when she gets mouthy that we got to worry about it, kind of like what she did. Come on, girl. Good girl. You got to watch that mouth. Yeah. So, for the most part, she'll listen when it comes down to livestock. Anything else, she's kind of doing her thing. But she's just a big girl. But she will hold off, most predators. So she's there again, she's a large dog. So she's probably about 100 pounds now. She may get another 10 pounds on her. And that's more than sufficient for anything that's going to be daring enough to come around here. the coyote mating season's going on right now. Next 4 to 6 weeks is kind of mating season for the coyotes. So that's kind of one of those things that we got to keep an eye out on. So herd them up, herd them up, herd them up. Good girl. Herd them up. Herd them up. You want to go back out? Come on, Joey. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on, Joe. Come on, girl. Good girl. All right, here we go. Hazelnut back. There we go. She's ready to go out and play again. Good girl. That's the nice part of having the other dogs. These guys will definitely put a mountain lion or a bear up a tree. But they are hunting dogs, so they're built different and they're very aggressive. When it comes down to game, they're very prey driven. So anything that runs fast or doesn't smell right, I mean, they've put everything up a tree, including our farm cat. So I've went out and the cat's been 40 feet up a tree, one of these guys here. And I got to go shimmy up there with a ladder and rescue the cat like a firefighter. So I know, guys, that big dog just corralled all you up. Yeah, you keep an eye on him. Joe, let him get a drink. Yeah, so we're just you know, we're lucky that we have what we have, and you know, it pretty much takes care of itself in the right way. So anyways, folks, I'm gonna probably get off here and finish up the rest of my chores, but I just wanted to pop in here live and say hi to everybody. I hope everybody's having a great weekend, and look forward to seeing everybody soon again.